It's the big one! Little brother, it's the Europa League final. We are going up against Tottenham today with a chance to win our first European silverware of the save. It's not quite the Champions League, but it's still a European trophy nonetheless. It's the last episode of Season 8. Let's all band together. I'm suited and booted, kind of. It's a shirt, I guess. Let's crack on with the Europa League final. What is happening, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan, and welcome to the last episode of Season 8, Episode 98 of the Saving Swans series. We have one game left of the season. It is the Europa League final, Tottenham against Swansea, and we have the chance to win our first European silverware of the save. And it's a trophy we should be winning, but it is a domestic rival in Spurs, and we need to make sure we get over the line. Team news: Timo Horn is fit enough to make the bench, but I am going to give Milagres the nod in the team, as I want to get as strong of a team out as possible to win this Europa League. Milagres in goal, Trent, Boning, Arthur, Matthew Target is starting at left back. Luke Knott is injured. He's not going to be fit enough. He's not even in the matchday squad. He is out for the rest of the season. DeLuca, Diego, Zachary, Paul, they are our best midfielders. They're going to give us the best chance to get the win. No Jose, who I am going to christen No Way Jose. I feel it is now time for No Way Jose to be called by his name of No Way Jose. I mean, he's turned into a fantastic advanced playmaker. But No Way Jose does make the team an advanced playmaker. Aradori and Girigori, 51 goals between them this season, are going to start up front. Nathan Evans, Correa and Ziquinha unfortunately do not make the matchday squad. I am thinking about playing Nathan Evans instead of Yomar, because Yomar doesn't like big games. I'm going to do it. I'm putting Nathan Evans on the bench. He's one of our own. He's scored 23 goals this season, or more than Yomar this season. So Yomar, you are not going to make the matchday squad. Here we go. This is it. This is the game that could make us European champions. Kind of, really. We won't be Champions League winners, but we could be Europa League winners. Why is Jose not called No Way Jose? Why are you not embracing your name, Jose? I will do it again. You are now known as No Way Jose, and that's how you shall be addressed. Thank you very much. So Spurs are going 4-4-2. A team, with two regens in their team, or new gens, I should say. That's the correct term to use. A very good team, mind you. Odriozola, Joe Gomez, Alderweireld is still there. Martin, Zielinski, Milinkovic, Savic, Pelusic, Harry Kane, of course, up front. And a regen of the name of Marcus Barchen is up front for them. The only two real players we have is Trent and Target. Everybody else is a new gen. But I'm going to give a passionate team talk. We're going to go out there. We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. And Boning's the only man to really sort of react. But I'm going to say to you, I have faith in everyone. We're going to try and hype everyone up, because this is the Europa League final. Everyone seems hyped up and ready to go. It is the Europa League final. We lost in last year's Champions League final. I think it's time for a redemption story. I think it's time for Swansea to finally show Europe that we are a top caliber team. I mean, we have won back-to-back Premier Leagues, which you'd think would be enough, but I want that European trophy. Girigori's through on goal. Can he find the target? No, he can't. It does go over the bar. I am going to shout out a little cheeky little encourage to try and get the boys hyped up for the game. Spurs haven't even had a shot at all. And watch how they score their first shot on target. But Milagres makes the save. He is not allowing them to pick up their first shot, first goal. But we are 61% possession. Spurs have come back with a few goals now, but Zachary Paul outside the box. Oh, that's a bit of a poor free kick, really. That wasn't going anywhere. But half an hour in, looking at the stats, I would say that Swansea are the better team right now. But stats don't win you games. It's the goals that win you the games. No way Jose. Cleared by Joe Gomez. But Arthur is going to pick that up. He's going to recycle it to target. Diego. No way Jose. Can he find anybody? Zachary Paul in the midfield. Switches flanks to Trent. Trent with a lovely ball into Zachary Paul. Can he square it for Girigori? He can! It is 1-0 to Swansea in the Europa League final. Is that going to be the winning goal? Is that going to be the goal that gets us that Europa League glory that we want since we've been knocked out to the Champions League? Zachary Paul with a very short pass to Girigori. It's pretty much a tap-in at the near post. And it is 1-0 to Swansea City. We were knocked out to the Champions League at the group stage. We thought our European adventures were over. But they are not. They are not over by a long shot. De Luca, can he get a long shot? No, he tries to pass it. Girigori. Oh, that would have been a screamer if that would have gone in. But De Luca whips in the corner. Zachary Paul, low drive. It's deflected off a defender to Girigori. It's 2-0 to Swansea City. It's a Girigori double. We are not having a repeat of our Champions League final where none of our strikers turned up. So De Luca has the corner. Zachary Paul shoots. Comes off the defender right into the path of Girigori. And it is 2-0 to Swansea City. And we are now dominating this final. We've had 2 quick goals. Can we make it 3 quick goals? Aradori tries to find Girigori on a hat-trick. He gets his hat-trick! Orlando Girigori has scored a hat-trick in a space of about 10 minutes. And he could be the man that single-handedly wins us the Europa League final. Aradori with the assist. Lovely ball over the top. Is he offside? Oh, that might be one we'd have to look back on. But we are 3-0 up. I'm going to pause the game because something I've been meaning to do for the last 6 months, really, is I'm going to swap these over. So we're going to have Swansea body language here. And we're going to have is it the action zones? No, it's not action zones. It's recent events. There we are. So I think you guys can actually now see the player ratings, which is going to be very beneficial. So you can see as to what's going on. So Orlando Girigori, 3 goals, 9.5. He has scored a first half hat-trick in the Europa League final. But the game's not over yet. If the game was over in the first half, it could be a completely different season. We do have another 45 minutes to play. But Orlando Girigori has pretty much, I think, scored a 10-minute hat-trick in the first half. But Arthur picks it up. We got 2 minutes till half time. Is there yet more goals to write home about in the first half? Aradori, De Luca tries to find Girigori. Oh, he almost scored 4. That was almost his 4th goal. He is up for this game, Girigori. After the disappointment of the Champions League final last year, he feels as if he's got a lot to prove. But Orlando Girigori, there we go, confirmed it's a 5-minute hat-trick. 31, 35, 36. Orlando Girigori has changed the game over a space of 5 minutes. And Zachary Paul got 2 assists. Aradori got 1. We are looking comfortable at this moment in time on the last day of the season. The last game of the season, with it being a final, of course. And if we do manage to win the Europa League, that'll be a double for the season. The Premier League title and the Europa League trophy. Which, if you'd have asked me at the start of the season, I'd have been a bit disappointed that we got knocked out to the Champions League at the group stage. But it is nice to win the Europa League. It's another trophy we can add to our trophy cabinet since we took over at Swansea City. Target on the left-hand side, though. Can he find Girigori? He's up for it. He wants more. He is not satisfied with 3 goals. Girigori once more. And it's good that we haven't let up since the half-time break. We don't want to let Spurs back into this game. Girigori's 1-on-1 again. It's 4-0. Girigori has scored 4 goals in the Europa League final. No way Jose has set him up. And Girigori is running the show. Is he going to have a 10.0 rating in the Europa League final? That is the question we're going to ask. It's a lovely ball from No Way Jose. And Girigori has slotted it in for 4-0. He's doing the chicken. I'll do the chicken with you, Girigori. But 63 minutes in, we'll make some subs. We'd want to, we want to make sure we're on top of this game, really. So Zachary Paul and Girigori are going to stay on. Who's looking tired out there? Orlando Girigori looking tired. We'll bring Nathan Evans on for him. We're going to swap them over. We're going to make Girigori a complete forward on attack. Because we're 4-0 up at this point. Everybody's having a really good game, to be honest with you. That's going to be the only switch I make for now. Is just swapping the strikers over. Can Nathan Evans, one of our own, grab a goal in the Europa League final? He's scored off the bench time and time again this season. Can he prove it again? Oh, No Way Jose is tackled though. Harry Kane. Are Spurs going to get a goal back? If they're going to come back in this game, now is the time they're going to score. Target intercepts. And it starts back for Milagres. Target tries to square it to Paul in the midfield, but he does lose the ball. Pulisic. But Zachary Paul and Nathan Evans has gone through all the field. Can he find anybody? No, he goes on his own. Squares it for Girigori. Would have been 5. It would have been 5 goals for Girigori. Unlucky from him. And I think on 75 minutes we'll bring on a few other players just to keep things fresh. Diego will bring off. We'll bring Pineda on for Diego. And Arthur will move. We'll bring Ross Pugh on. Again, one of our own. 2 youth academy prospects in the team for the Europa League final. Okay, they came off the bench. But they've both had very good seasons, respectively. Sterling to Brereton. Harry Kane's in the box. He does grab a goal back. 4-1 now. And Milagres will be a bit disappointed. But I'm glad that's not 1-0 and we're at 4-1. Because I would have been very annoyed at that type of goal. Because Harry Kane, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic striker. But Milagres should have done better there. But we are 4-1 up. It's okay. As long as we don't concede 3 late goals, I think we'll be fine. Pineda, Jose, Nathan Evans, De Luca, and De Luca with a long shot in the Europa League final. Fabio De Luca, 19 or 20 long shots. Is it a long shot though? Is it a long shot? It's got to be outside the box for it to count. Oh, it's definitely outside the box. And it is 5-1 to Swansea. I want to see us lift the trophy. I want to see the confetti. I've been robbed of it in the Premier League. I am not going to be robbed of it in the Europa League. But Nathan Evans, can he find Girigori for number 5? He can. 6-1 in the Europa League final. Girigori has scored 5 goals in the Europa League final. Nathan Evans crosses it in and Girigori heads it in for goal number 5. It's not Mambo number 5, it's Girigori number 5. And we are now counting down to the final whistle. 25 seconds to go. I'm ready. My body is ready. I want to see us lift the trophy. Girigori with a horrible shot, but he scored 5 goals in this game. We're going to let him off for that. And there it is. There we go. And Swansea City have won the Europa League. There's the confetti. The team are celebrating. Milagres, the captain, lifting the trophy. And there is the confirmation. 6-1 1 against Spurs. Girigori scored 5 goals. Well done to Swansea. As always, there's the confirmation of the game. I will save the game. Swansea left the Europa League on a fine spring evening at the Sukru Sarakoglu Spor Kompletski Stadium. Milagres has lived the dream of many a supporter as he lifts the Europa League after Swansea's convincing 6-1 victory over Tottenham. The game will be remembered for a remarkable display of goal scoring from Swansea's Orlando Girigori. And as you can see on the right hand side, he has been given a 10.0 rating. In the final of the Europa League, he's shaken off last season's Champions League disappointment, and he has got a fantastic rating in the Europa League final. Swansea received £5.79 million for doing the Europa League final. We've done the double with the Premier League and Europa League. The fans are happy with the performance. The board are happy with the performance. We will praise Girigori. You were superb last time out. Swansea bonus. That is what? Hang on. We received £5.79 million for winning it, and we've paid the squad £13.5 million. So we've lost money winning the Europa League, but that's fine. That's no problem. Aradori was the highest average rating player of the whole tournament on an 8.02. And that is considering we didn't even make it until the first knockout round. We didn't even play the group stages. But he does get the highest average rating. So I am going to go ahead until we get our season review, see who the best player of the year was, who had the best goal, who did the fans vote as the young player of the year. I will see you for the news highlights. Aradori has won the Europa League Player of the Season award. He scored 7 goals, 5 assists in 8 appearances. That is a very impressive sort of stats, really. 8 games, he scored 7 goals and 5 assists. Absolutely incredible. And Aradori was the only player from Swansea to make it in the squad of the season. We won the whole thing, and only one player made it into the team. Do you know what? Arsenal and Liverpool can have their players in the player of the team. We're the ones that lifted the trophy and had the confetti and lifted it in front of our fans in the randomly named stadium. So we'll carry on and get the end of season news. 2 players have been considered good enough to enter the Swansea overall best 11. Aradori was the pick of the 2 players, and Shelby Johnson is the other. So the new best 11 is Timo Horn, Johnson, Lascelles, Boning, Enrique, De Luca, Mesa, Almiron, Embolo, Yomar, and Girigori. Obviously, there's a few players on the bench as well, but that is the main 11 that will go down in history so far. Swansea's best 11, featuring the likes of Rika and Lucas. A lot. So what year is this? Oh, the best 11. So a lot of the players are still at the club. Embolo plays for Barcelona. Milik plays for AC Milan. Lucas Moura now plays for Lazio. The man that was such a talisman player. But he is at Lazio. He's really gone down in stats. He is 32 now. But he was a very important player in our history. How much do we sell him for? 75 mil we sold him for. A very important player in our history. Lascelles is at Watford. We sold him this season. Rika, who kicked up a fuss, is still at Everton. And we sold Almiron to Guangzhou Hengda. And Laurenti's also in China at Shanghai Shangyang. End of season's awards, and Fabio De Luca wins the fans player of the season. I would have thought that Girigori, after his 5 goals, might be the player. But he is second. Arthur is in 3rd place. Mario Gomez, signing of the season of 37.5 mil. He did a very good job for us as a backup Mazzella, and Girigori is a young player of the season at 22 years old. De Luca with the goal of the season against Leicester. We will watch this together. I think it's going to be a long shot personally, because De Luca only scores screamers. So it's Yomar on the ball, finds De Luca. Oh, on the volley, smashes it into the goal. That is a fairly good goal of the season against Leicester to make it 3-0. Season review. Swansea had been expected to make much of the Premier League title running and lived up to their pre-season billing by finishing top of the pile. It was a superb season as they claimed the title to back up their pre-season credentials. Match of the season, a 2-0 win over Wolves, and a moment to forget was a 1-0 loss against Tottenham. Knocked out in the group stage of the Champions League, won the Premier League, lost against United in the 5th round of the FA Cup, won the Europa League, lost against United in the Carabao Cup as well, and we lost to Man City in the Community Shield as well. 24 players used, 31 average attendance. We have one more year at the Liberty before we move into the new stadium. Team of 2017, if you want to have a look at that, by all means pause the video. You can see about how Stuani, Olsen, Fernandez and Norson got on. Dynamics are fine. End of season meeting. We got to go for the league again. We got to go for the league again. And I don't know why these players get depressed. We won the league last year. We got to try and defend it. The board are happy with the overall leadership. Injury report, training report. We'll keep the pre-season as is. And we've got a few contracts to change as well. So I think that's pretty much the roundup for the team as far as the end of news goes. So we're going to do our usual end of season report. If I can find it. There we go. So if I go currently select the tactic, that'll do. So we'll start at the back, or we'll work our way up. So once again, Milagres and Timo Horn are our goalkeepers. They've done very well. There's a clear gap between Milagres and Timo Horn. Timo Horn is our cup goalkeeper, and as long as he doesn't kick up a fuss, he will continue to do so. Right back, Trent, Shelby Johnson are the two, really, that are right backs. Arthur can also play there, and Diego, but they don't really play there. Again, I'm happy with those two. They rotate between themselves, and they've done it right for us this season. Centre-backs, Arthur Boning. Ross Pugh has certainly improved this year. He is now a 3.5-star ability player, and Cabrera is our 4th choice. So I think those are going to be our centre-backs. I'm happy with having 4 centre-backs. Again, the only thing I would maybe do is sort of sell Cabrera if someone comes in with a good offer. And if they do, we'll have to bring in a 4th centre-back to cover for him. So I'm happy with our centre-backs. I'm happy with the strength there. Arthur and Boning are definitely our starting ones. Ross Pugh is emerging as a potential starter now. And Cabrera is also a rotation as well. Left back, Nart and Target are the best who we have. Cabrera and Shelby Johnson can play there in a pickle. Cabrera now I think is a fully trained left back. So we have a look at him. He's probably as good as a fully trained left back. He's worth 56 million. If somebody offered me 56 million for Cabrera, I would take it in a heartbeat. So I might be looking to move him on if we can get the right price for him. But as far as defence goes, I'm happy with what we have. Midfield, so this is where we have a lot of strength. So we need to separate these midfielders a bit. So Zachary Paul and Ziquinha, I believe, are our Carrieros, I believe. Deep line playmaker is going to be Diego and Pineda. If I take everybody else out, that's there. And then in Mazzella, we've got, I believe, it'll be DeLuca and Marco Rog. So I need to add DeLuca back in there. So get DeLuca back in there. And we've got Gomez and Marco Rog, really, as our Mazzella midfielders. I mean, the good thing about our midfielders, they can all rotate between themselves. So Ziquinha can play deep line playmaker. Marco Rog can play, Cariello and Mazzella. So as much as we've only got 2 or 3 in each position, they can all interchange between themselves. So again, centre midfield, we are pretty strong. And the 3 starters, DeLuca, Diego and Zachary Paul, are the best in the world, I believe, at their roles. So we can't really improve on the best. But again, if somebody really good comes out in the market, I will be very interested. Advanced playmaker, Noe Jose is definitely our number 1. Correa, I feel, it's time to move on now. He's injury prone. He's not getting the games as I'd like. And as far as strength there, I mean, we've got Raw, Gomez and Pineda can all play there, who are just as good, if not better, than Angel Correa. So I feel as if his time may be at an end at the club. So I think we might put him on the transfer list and move him on. And maybe get a youngster to come in and be the number 2 to No Way Jose. Just like No Way Jose was the number 2 to Correa when he first came back from loan from Brighton. So No Way Jose is definitely number 1. We may be looking into bringing in another advanced playmaker. Up front, I'm happy with our options. Yomar is a player I feel I might move on. He's worth £70 million. He's pretty much backup at this point. Bayern Munich are interested. You look at his stats and he is a fantastic striker. I mean, this season he scored 18 goals, which I think is his least amount of goals, I think. Yeah, I mean, he scored 11 goals in the league, 9 assists, 7.3 average rating. He's had always a more than a 7.4, but he's been relegated to Aradoi's backup these days as the target man, and now might be the time to cash in on him. He doesn't like playing in big matches, which definitely goes against us when we want to play those Europa League finals and Champions League finals. So Orlando Girigori and Aradori are rated better. I think I might sell Yomar and maybe look for another striker. But I mean, we've got that Velton in on loan away from the club, so it might be time for Yomar to move on. So apart from that, I'm pretty happy with the squad. So as far as the summer transfer business goes, an advanced playmaker, maybe a young striker, or if Veltrin comes back in from loan from Red Bull, I think he's on loan to Salzburg, I believe. I look at the transfer history. Yeah, so Veltrin's on loan at Red Bull Salzburg, which, I mean, he would be a very decent backup. I mean, he's only 2 stars, but I don't know. We might be on the market for a target man, maybe, because he's not quite a target man. So we might be on the market. If we do sell Yomar, do you know what I mean? It's not confirmed that we'll sell him. But if we get an offer in for him, I would be open to negotiation. So as far as I understand, that's going to be the end of the season. If there's anything else I need to include, I'll include it now. But if not, this is the end of Season 8. Thank you very much for watching the season, guys. We've won a Premier League and a Europa League. We'll have a look at the competitions page. There we go. There's the confirmations there. So for next season, we're going to aim to retain our Premier League title. We are definitely going for the Champions League, as I think we've only got about 2 seasons left before Football Manager 2019 comes out. So we are now on a time limit. We have 2 seasons left. And in fact, I'm calling it now. We're only going to have 2 seasons left. So we're going to have Season 9 and Season 10. Season 10 will be in our new stadium. But Season 9 and Season 10 we have left to win the Champions League. All of the goals. I mean, I'd like to win the Carabao Cup because we haven't won the Carabao Cup. But we are in it for the Champions League. So tune in next time, my friends, for the start of Season 9. We'll definitely have a Community Shield to play. And as we won the Europa League, we'll also have a Super Cup to play. So we're going to have 2 pre-season games to start the episode. Or start the season, I would say. And we are then on the quest to win the Champions League. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2018 content. We upload Saving Swans every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 4 PM GMT. And I will see you next time for the start of Season 9. Thank you very much for watching.